Have you ever wondered what an empath really is? Hey everyone, I'm Rona from CCM, where our mission is to help people to better life mentally and emotionally. Everyone is a bit of an empath, more or less. Like some people doesn't have the capacity to feel someone else's feelings, but normally we all have like a sense of the feeling someone have or not have. But the thing is with an empath is that it is more deeper, and it does feel a lot more emotions that other people have, and more like under the surface. Like someone can, when you meet them, then they can be happy and they show up happy, and they probably are happy. But sometimes, like during that morning, they might have going through something that was a bit hard, so they are also a bit sad inside themselves because they have felt sadness right before. And an empath will see, like, they will feel this happy side like everyone else, but it will also see more details and more under the surface. It will feel the sadness too. It will feel those more or less feelings a person have. And it's also about when a person is talking about something, they can talk to it about like in a way that they feel empowering, and that they feel like they want to show up as. They might want to show up as this strong person, and they might want to show up as someone who gets through this and is on the other side. But an empath will also hear the nuance and hear that it still affects them, and will feel the emotions, and the emotion, it feels like repeating what it has been through. And that's the thing with empaths, it feels those details, and it also feels the dynamics, like they can feel a dynamic between people, the energy change or the emotions change. Like if a person and person meet each other and they are really happy and comfortable with each other, but then someone is saying something that puts the other person a bit off, but the person doesn't really want to show that. It's because they before had a really pleasant conversation, and it wants to like stay in that pleasant feeling. An empath will notice that shift in a conversation. And that is too, like it will notice the shift in energies and energy dynamics in a group or in a person. And different empaths are different good at this, and sometimes it isn't really about that. Sometimes like an empath that can feel it, and because it's a feeling, it's sometimes hard to like put the words on it. So even if someone says that they are an empath and you doesn't feel like they understands you, sometimes it's more about that they can't really put it in words and can't really put the emotions in words. Because emotions, it's very hard to describe sometimes. And that is also one thing that empaths normally good at doing, because they feel your emotions, so they are good at helping you putting the words on it. But for an empath, like an empath is just a normal person. It just feels more about what other people is feeling. So they don't have more answer than you have on describing such and such emotions. And also, even if you are an empath, you can protect yourself a bit for how much you are going to feel from another person, because it's very draining to feel emotions of other people all the time and seeing the dynamics and energy dynamics. Sometimes you just want to shut it off because it's overwhelming and you don't want to feel that way all the time. And you want to like enjoy the moment. If it's hard to enjoy the moment if you see someone is a bit sad underneath. So you will learn most often when you are an empath to like protect yourself, and sometimes you learn to protect yourself without even noticing it. Like, I didn't even know that I was an empath before I became an adult and start to like going through stuff I went through when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I learned to push all my emotions away, which means that I learned to bury everything. And then it meant that I didn't feel other people's emotion, because even if those emotions was in me, I didn't feel them because I didn't feel my own emotions. So you will sometimes learn ways to protect your emotions and energies and protect yourself from other people without even noticing it. And some ways are better and some ways are worse. And when I say something is better or worse in this context, I mean that some ways you can do it on can make you feel less good overall and maybe affect you and affect your health and your emotional being. So if it's like affecting you on a bad way, like you getting depressed or anxiety or stuff like that, that is a worse way of protecting yourself. And it exists like better ways that won't affect you on that level and just will make you feel better. Do you want to know more about the superpowers of being an empath? Click on this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.